All right, folks, we are on site at Project Sovereign in Delhi, Ontario here, where things have just started to get going. Where we're standing right now, you can see that there is a basement that's being added on here, and that is a foundation set for an addition that's actually going to sit here and come off of the main house. There's going to be sort of a carport underneath, or a storage area underneath here that comes out this way here, connecting back to here where there's going to be two new additional bedrooms that are going to tie into the house. So what you're seeing here is a poured concrete foundation. You can see the rods sitting above waiting to be connected to the sill plate that's going to go on there when the framing starts to go in. I'm not sure if you could see it in the video, but we've got a tie-in to, there's an existing crawl space area basement over here, and that's going to be able to access into here where this is going to be a crawl space. If you're wondering what all of this black stuff on the outside is, if you're unfamiliar with this is called foundation wrap or Dimple board. Sometimes it's referred to by like brand names like Dimplex, or there's some other products out there. Basically what this does is it is a foundation wrap for concrete foundations. It creates an air gap between soil. So eventually what's going to happen once the foundation inspection happens, if we get the approval in the next couple of days, this is all going to get backfilled. So all the soil is going to come in here, and there's going to be obviously some drainage pipe that's going to go in and around the exterior here. All the soil is going to get backfilled from over there and the pile that's behind me. And this Dimple board, if you get close enough to look at it, not sure if you can see in the photos or video here, but you can see all these little dots here, and this is why it's called Dimple board. Those basically protrude out on the other side, and what that does is it creates an air gap between the soil that's going to sit here, so that nothing is sitting straight against the concrete, allowing moisture to kind of congregate and sit against the concrete. This allows water to freely flow between those dimples and get down to where the drainage is going to be at the base here. It also helps reduce hydrostatic pressure from, that water and any sort of pressure buildup there where it could cause foundation cracking. So it's really important product to have on any sort of concrete foundation, because it's going to allow for the movement of that moisture, so you're not going to have issues in the future. If you didn't know, concrete is a porous material, meaning that it will absorb and retain and wick moisture kind of over time. And what you want to do is keep as much moisture off of that as possible, because what will eventually happen is it'll start to seep into the inside. And that's definitely not what you want. So Dimple board, definitely a good product, definitely a must, definitely something you want to be looking for if you've hired a contractor to do a project for you and it involves any sort of concrete foundation or structure work. Stay tuned for updates on this project as it continues to progress. There'll be lots more happening here in coming weeks, and we're excited to show you what it's going to look like.